Yes.
And the speed on that bullet train was supposed to be a slow 160 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So it was going to get you there. Once that train started moving, it
was supposed to have been enough to where people could even work.
Absolutely, commute.
Yeah.
Do you think it's that the cities that the train rail that was going to pass through, maybe they objected to the idea?
No. It simply didn't pass with the powers that they. It simply didn't.
Wow, that's crazy.
And when that happens, that means that there was money's involved.
Of course. But I just don't get it because Monday through Friday we're stressed out.
No.
Have to be at work.
Yeah.
We gotta sit in traffic for at least an hour to get there.
Oh my goodness.
And I've seen unfortunately, so many fatal accidents on the way to work.
Egress, getting up on that freeway is not graded right. Coming down on the freeway when you're coming down to the frontage road, which is where most of the accidents occur.
Yes.
Coming up, the lanes are skewed to the point where it's, and I'm not talking about with the recent construction going on. I mean, it's been built. The lines are off and everything. We got to do a better job.
Also, too, I want to ask one more question. Sorry,
No.
I was gonna say,
No,
I got a
we
lot of
good.
questions now. Also, too, would you regulate any, or is this a different sector with people that are on their cell phones as they drive? Because nowadays, when you look at people as you're driving, everybody's head is down.
It's on the way over here. It was horrible. I almost got hit twice. And I was like, what in the world are they doing over there in the head?
They're on Facebook. They're watching us right now.
I was hoping that that I hope that's not the case. What I hope is that and the cell phone is a blessing and a curse. But and I realized before I said anything, that person exited right before I did. On Fountain View, and they were trying to get directions. And so instead of looking at the directions in the dashboard, they had it on the phone. And so that person, I don't know where they were coming from. They might have been lost or something, and people take those. So I won't be too judgmental about that. But you just have to be conscious enough to know that it's dangerous, and you're creating a danger for yourself. Along it, you can blink, you put your head down and raise up, and it's
believe it or not, this was about maybe 7-8 years ago. I was walking my daughter to elementary school, and I watched a lady and her 2 kids get hit by a car because a female driver had her head down in her cell phone in a school zone. And then she fled the scene and came back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And she did not go to jail.
That is...
I won't go there.
Bond reform that's the area you're gonna have to get somebody to come in and talk about bond reform. But it's happening though. It's happening right now. I mean, it's happening right now as we speak. So that's it. Transportation.
And transportation is. I think Houston. It's been said we probably have one of the worst transportation systems.
The worst freeways, that's for sure.
Because
it got bad quick.
Yeah, because like a lot of people say, like I say, I'm a proud Houstonian, but I am aware, as a Houstonian, that I learned that I'm not crazy to say that it's hard to live in Houston without a car. Whereas you can go to other places. And it's okay if you don't have a car. You don't even have to have a car. Some people don't want a car.
Houston is over 390 square miles. It's big going across.
Yeah.
And I get around pretty good because I don't take the freeway.
Yeah. You just leave early.
Well, but a lot of I do. I do. But a lot of people don't know the city like I know it, and so they don't know what street turns into.
Yeah.
I mentioned Voss you heard of Boss Street,
Yes.
which is right down the street from here.
Yeah. It turns into Hillcroft.
It's Hillcroft.
Yeah.
So if you know those streets like that,
Yeah.
and what they turn into, then you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody like me who moved here 11 years ago, and when I first moved, I was trying to find downtown, and I ended up in the Galleria 3 or 4 times, and nobody could tell me how to get downtown.
And you saw a tall building and thought you were downtown.
Yeah.
Many tall buildings grouped together.
Yeah. So this we're gonna have to do a better job on our transportation, and when we do lights, I'm not talking about traffic lights, but I'm talking about caution lights, akin to Pavlov's dogs. When we see a light, we will react a particular way or a certain way in regards to, even if they're thinking about adding there's a red, green, and blue, red, green, and yellow, and they're thinking about adding another one to make you realize you're going, or you're approaching. Yes, okay. You're approaching too fast.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, that's smart.
And if they add that light, that'll tell you, let's start slowing up. I don't know what color that thing is. It was something that I learned at a planning meeting.
Okay, that's nice. I didn't know that, but I did hear someone say that it was a suggestion made to switch out red lights for blue, and I said, "Who would?"
Yeah.
I just happen to know that the people that's colorblind, it seems funny, but people that's colorblind can't tell the difference.
And that's what I was about to say next.
And green.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so, but they can see blue. It's the whatever.
See, that I didn't.
That's
okay.
why it probably
blue,
was suggested.
But if they are truly colorblind, they can mix up green and red.
Yeah, I work with someone who is. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Maybe it only affects males.
Only males are colorblind.
Oh. I learned. So I did not know that.
Only males are colorblind. Yep.
That's interesting.
That is interesting.
I mean, that gives women the edge right there.
That means y'all need to listen to us because we see the colors.
Thank you.
That's the disclaimer. Well, the reason why I asked is because I was reading an article about what happened here in Richmond, Texas. It's not Houston, but it's a few miles down the road.
It's a suburb now.
Yeah, it's a suburb. For sure it is. A boy got hit by a car after the driver ignores the stop sign, the bus stop sign. So the bus flung out the stop sign. Car kept going, hit the kid.
Yeah. It's
I've heard that on the news.
We're gonna have to deal with it better in regards to better signaling. And I think that was a pretty good idea. Those what we call naturally speed bumps, the proper name are called speed cushions. It's called speed cushions, and so
I can see that.
So there's various grades of cushions that need to come through. You want to be careful about where you put traffic lights, because for people to avoid going through that traffic light, they'll cut through the neighborhood, and then they'll hit your car, your dog, your kid, or whatever, trying to avoid that. They're like, that is the reason why. It's another thing that you learn is that they would prefer to put stop signs in residential areas and not lights. Unfortunately, if you put a traffic light in a residential area, people will try to avoid it and they'll cut through. But they will approach a stop sign. And that's why stop signs are more needed in residential areas, because they will stop and they won't cut through. They won't try to avoid missing the light or pushing the light.
Oh, because they know that there's stop signs.
Yes.
That is interesting. Okay.
That's how you can control traffic.
Yeah.
In particular subdivisions.
Because I know some subdivisions, they just have the people on the board who have got it to where you can't go through their neighborhood. They got I know there's one particular neighborhood I'm thinking about in the A-Leaf area. I know for sure it's off of it's like Westheimer. The neighborhood goes in between like Briar Forest and Westheimer. Yeah. And so the board in that neighborhood basically they voted on getting a wall or something so you can't enter it in from Westheimer.
Right.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm that guilty person. I'm gonna cut this neighborhood.
Well, I mean,
to avoid these traffic lights.
you know, it depends on what's happening in your life, what's going on that time of day. It's a lot of
Different
variables.
factors.
Yeah, it's a lot of factors involved in that. But if you are proactive and if you think ahead, you know, human nature is human nature, and so you have to learn how to control those things. But and let me tell you something: those people do that, and they're not criminals. You know.
Yeah.
So
right.
they go through that and they do something. Unfortunate thing happen or do something dumb, and the law come out there, everybody's mad, and then you got a whole big situation that could have been avoided by critical thinking.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's a lot, a big deal. Critical thinking.
Something that we lack. Go ahead, I'll say it for you.
The crime. So let's talk about crime a little bit.
Okay, come on, talk to us.
We know that we have a lack of numbers with the police. We know that because the budget does not reflect being able to hire more of them. However, we have to prioritize certain things, and one of the priorities are child sex trafficking.
Yes.
And let me tell you how. I went to the Black Caucus in Austin 4 years ago. 4 years ago, went to the Black Caucus. I came back, and that I learned, I had a series of seminars on child sex trafficking and human trafficking. So, it moved to Houston pretty rapid because Houston started growing in population real big. We ignored it because it was down south. It was near the border.
Yeah.
And we ignored it, brown people. We say, you know, oh well, hey, you know.
It's not our problem.
They need to deal with that. Okay. But as it started traveling, that industry started traveling north. It picked up the Asian ethnic population. Again, you know, hey, that's them. You know. And, you know, there's the old saying, you know, when they came for her, I did nothing. When they came for him, I did nothing.
Yeah.
When they came for me, there was no one to help me. And so, with that being said, when it finally moved into the black community, it came in the form of gang territory. And, you know, they're doing the dope thing, you know, out there. But then that's another industry that it leaked into. And when that happened, they put these serious, and now we know, should have known all the time that it can happen to any of us, anywhere, anytime. And no rhyme or reason to it. Because you don't know what's going on in anybody's head. You don't know what circumstances people are subjected to. And so the bad part about it is that it's slavery beyond cattle. They actually brand people on their arms or in the forehead. And after they finish using them as sex objects, the bad part really starts. And that is they sell their internal organs.
Oh my God.
And that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
This is very serious, and the city of Houston must have a task force to address that issue.
Right.
I'm talking about alienness, untouchables. You're going to have to deal with it like that.
But isn't it true that they just found a lot of police officers and teachers that were attached or a part of this human trafficking issue here in Houston?
That's the reason why, yes, that's the reason why you have to have a dedicated task force. When I say the untouchables, a special, yes. You're going to have that unit to go out there and combat that, because that industry is big, it's growing, it's a lot of money involved, and you're going to have a serious approach to it.
You're basically talking about the black market here.
Well, it is black
or
market.
whatever you want.
Yeah, it is a black market. So what I'm saying is beyond driving up and down the street saying, hey, you know, how much is it going to cost me for a date? that's gone.
Right.
That's
right,
out.
right.
That's
right.
You can forget that. That was back during when I was in high school.
Exactly.
Okay? It's not like that anymore. You know. And be careful of people who have their signs in front of these hot sheet motels, because those motels are working in conjunction with the service stations that's right across the street or next door. And guess what? That's where the action is happening right there.
And so can city council, what is their part in that?
You have to have a dedicated task force. You have to approve a dedicated task force to go out and combat that. You know. So I'm saying that because that's the harshest thing. We're gonna be able to fix the other things, you know. Right. We're gonna be able to get some people some tickets. We're gonna, when they mess up, we're gonna take them to jail. But this is some serious stuff that's going on, and it could happen to anybody.
Yeah, so true.
Anybody.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's my biggest take on the crime thing. I'm concentrating in one area that we need to look at. Put that dedicated task force out there.
Yes. I side by that 110%.
Oh yeah, we Sistas Talk, we did a topic on sex trafficking, and so we definitely are aware that it is so.
It's sad and it's wrong.
Yeah. Houston was rapidly approaching 4 years ago, and now we're number one beyond anybody else.
Oh, wow.
In 4 years.
We have so many international people that come here to stay for a better way, and they get caught up and
absolutely
kidnapped, and nobody ever can't trace them back.
All of the above. All of the above. So that's serious, and that's where I am with with the crime thing. I mean, I care about everything else. You know, you don't want anybody breaking in your house and all that kind of stuff there, but that is serious.
Yes, it is. Yeah, everything else.
We'll get to it.
But that there, I totally agree. That is very serious for families.
I wasn't ready.
I know, for that.
But he just confirmed something.
Yeah.
We were just watching a segment on that, and sometimes they make cartoons and things like that to allude to the realities that are faced with every day.
Yeah.
And they actually did. We were watching a segment on, I think it was, what was the name of that show? We were watching Family Guy or South Park, or maybe it was Family Guy. And they were showing how, they got a body, they took out the organs, and they were like, I'm selling it for whatever price. I told you I was going to beat it low. And it was like, but I'm like, I can't laugh at this because this is happening right now somewhere. Right now.
Trying to put it in a satirical manner,
But some things you can't put in that.
Well, that may have had to do it to get it out there.
It
so
may
you can have the same reaction that you had, like, oh, wait a minute, it's not funny.
Like, this is real life.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, let's lighten it up. I didn't mean to do that.
No, you're fine, but it's just.
But it's a serious situation.
It is.
You say to yourself, well, what can you do to help? I mean, you can get the message out all you want, but it's so much of it going on, it's running them up right now.
Okay.
So, Mr. Blackmon, as you stated, though, just like you said, to lighten up but we are aware that this is a definite serious thing that's going on. But as you alluded to earlier, city councilman is actually on a part-time job.
Oh yes. So
are there some other things that you are a part of? Are you an entrepreneur? What are some other things that you are doing?
Getting all of your business.
Life is an open book. You see me, I had girls, so people used to be laughing at, look at that man with all the bunny rabbits and they had plants sticking out. No, full-time dad, full-time granddad, all that kind of stuff. I am my interesting thing. Oh boy. I have a niece that moved here from California, and she opened up a business. And after she did, which was it is the when you take a test to get a job. They use your urine or saliva.
Oh, okay, like a drug test.
Drug testing.
Okay.
Drug testing. It's a company.
Yeah.
But somebody offered her a job in Qatar. Over there.
In Qatar.
Got it.
Okay.
Qatar. Yeah, in Qatar.
Okay.
The country of Qatar.
Got it.
Okay.
Overseas.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And Dubai.
Yeah. I know Qatar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they made her offer she couldn't refuse. And so she left that in my hands. And so I try to help out with that business there. I mean, that's my sister's daughter. She came from California. She was teaching here and doing a pretty good job. She drug tested collection. That's what that is. Drug tested collection. And so when you're trying to get a job or whatever, you know, you have to go through it. And people come in and she left it with me because all my ex-students and all that kind of stuff, you know, and I'm the referral whenever they want to get a job. And so I help out a little bit with that. So I volunteer for a bunch of stuff, everything. I have a nonprofit that I have not used in a while because I retired from teaching. It was Parents Against Community Crime Organization, and what we did, we made sure that we got our kids internships and apprenticeships with white collar companies, banks, insurance.
See, and that's why I can't get any interns and get on here and get paid.
Well, let me tell you what they did. They what we would do, we would have bowling tournaments, and we would have basketball games and relays, and we would get those business people and match them up with the kids, and they would be on teams together, and then they would have a telescopic look at what they could be if they went to school and finished up, and they had already had experience that they could put on their resume, you know, right there. And we had 47 people that went through there, and they're professionals now.
Wow, that's impressive. You should be proud.
Yeah, I am. And I see them from time to time. It was one girl came by. I had a meet and greet. She came by, and she's a big time executive with Exxon. So it's good to see that.
Yeah.
It's good to see that.
You can change just one life.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're at 440. You can get ready to close it out.
Well, Mr. Blackmon, we do want to ask: is there anything else that you would like for our listeners, our viewers to know about you and what you're running on?
Yeah. Do I shout out to them?
Oh yeah, that's a yeah. Okay, so we did ask the question about on our in case you don't know, it is a protocol to get on Sistas Talk. So please know we are very professional here. And so we send out a questionnaire when you come on our show. And so one of the questions that we asked is, what products/services would you like to share during your hour interview? And so if you would address those, Mr. Blackmon, that you put on your application.
That I put on my application, and these are great people. A caffeine coffee shop, which is 5225 Alameda.
Alameda.
You know I'm from the trade.
Made it known.
You know this, young lady. Caffeines. It's a great coffee shop. I mean, they serve like light breakfast and stuff like that. You can go and get pastry, but they have the Wi-Fi in there, and you come in there and there's a lot of eclectic looking people there, you know, with the computers, and they busy and doing all the kind of stuff, and young business people come through there. And
Sistas Talk gonna come through too.
Who you telling? Look, I'm already thinking this.
I already see a free social network event brewing.
There we go.
You know,
there we go. I know.
And the lady that the owner, her name is Gina, and me and her mom went to elementary school together.
Oh wow!
And now she has this place. And the last time I saw her before she grew up to be a young lady with her own kids, grown kids, we we were, me and my wife was on our way to a concert in Cancun, to a jazz concert, and I saw this little girl running up and down the plane, and I was like, what in the world is this? Why did this woman bring this baby? You know? and so I said, I got to see who this is and who could be doing so inconsiderate to do something like that. And when I walked up there, it was the girl that I had gone to see. Oh,
that's how it is.
I said, but I should have kept my mouth shut. But anyway, they tease me about that all the time. She's a grown woman with her own kids.
Well, yeah.
And she had she hosted my meet and greet, and actually that's where my victory party is going to be.
All right.
At Caffeine's there. So
all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to come there. We're gonna have to come.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. And that is a cafe. Oh, Mayberry Homes. Okay, Mayberry Homes. Another company on Alameda Street.
Okay.
Right down in the enterprise, what they call it, enterprise area, which is designated area for entrepreneurship. Mayberry Homes. Let me tell you something. One of the, you can look it up yourself, and anybody that's listening, if you go and get you a Mayberry home, he builds beautiful homes. I'm not talking about stuff that you don't want or you don't want to move in. I'm talking about stuff that look good. Homes that look good, that you want to raise your family in. One that's roomy, you know, one that you want to put on a postcard and send to people.
Yes.
You know, and the amazing thing about that, the reason why I love that guy, is because he played baby league football with my son, and he was a little kid back in fun football. And he's no older than that young man that was here earlier.
Okay.
Doing that. He was that age at that time.
Okay.
And he played. He got hurt, and he didn't have a ride home.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to do something. I don't know where his parents were, but I took him home, and after that I started taking him to practice and everything. And now he is one of the #1 black home builders in the state of Texas.
In the state
Wow.
of Texas. That's major.
Wow.
Mayberry
Wow.
Homes. Be sure to look him up. His name is
Yeah.
Jerome Mayberry.
All right. All
Jerome
right.
Mayberry. He grew up to
Jerome
be,
Mayberry.
and he didn't leave his people. He built the homes in 3rd Ward.
I love it.
In the trade.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
And they are beautiful and affordable.
And I know I have seen Mayberry Homes. I've
Mayberry
seen this
Homes.
name, but
Yes.
I had no idea.
That's who that is. That's
That
that
is
same
amazing.
young man.
That
Yes.
is
So
amazing.
shout out to them. And then Academy Awards. You can get your trophies and T-shirts and medals and all of that kind of stuff there. And they have been very good to Jack Yates High School and Cullen and those the schools in the 3rd Ward. He's located right across from the old Sears building on Phantom.
Okay.
You know, where Sears used to be, they closed it up now.
Right.
But he's right across there, Academy Awards, and some of the things that they've done, they have provided the high schools with socks and jocks and T-shirts and stuff like that on GP. It's on GP.
That's awesome.
And right there in 3rd Ward. And these people, all 3 of these people, they never ever say anything about themselves.
Yeah.
So I thought that I would.
And that's the right thing. I like it. You have the opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Let's make sure people know about them.
Absolutely.
Because I did not know, and I did not know.
So now when you go down there, you got somewhere to go.
Yeah, like you said, I'm going.
Forward times and all of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me shout out to Ralph Cooper Stars of the Future. We had a big banquet. We acknowledged, I'm the chairman of that now, and we acknowledged all of the up-and-coming kids at the junior high school level.
Okay.
For what their accomplishments are, and also the black sports writers and photographers of their time. Those are the ones that cover those people.
Mm-hmm.
So when they do that, I think that somebody ought to say something about it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
For highlighting those undercover superstars that we
And
don't know
that's
about.
exactly what they are.
Exactly.
Undercover superstars.
Yes. Yes.
Oh.
So, anything else? Those are my three.
Do you have a website that people can check out to give information on?
Thank you. Website is LarryBlackmanCampaign.com.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I like that.
And Blackman, of course, is spelled M-O-N. Yeah. LarryBlackmanCampaign.com. And if you go on there, I think that you'll fall in love with me and like some of the things that we've been doing.
Well, we have. It's my first time meeting.
Yeah.
But thank you very much.
Very
Very nice
energy.
for you to say that.
Yes, it is.
Also, before I forget, first of all, I just want to thank you for coming out on the show.
Thank you.
I want to thank you for taking out some of your time. I know you're a busy man. I'm wishing you the best in this run, in this election. I feel like after talking with you, you more than deserve the position.
Yeah.
You have a lot of things in mind that you'd like to do, like what you would like to change about the city that I'm in total agreement with. I hope that you push the transportation issue a little harder.
I'm going to be pushing everything.
Maybe I slide you a little something under the table. It ain't going to be much now.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be a slice of pie.
I was going to say, you can buy me with a cookie.
That's me too. Don't take much.
Don't take much. Just say, all right, here's your cookie. We left out the chocolate chip, but it's oatmeal. So
But it's an honor to have people like yourself come into the studio and spend time with Sistas Talk.
Yeah.
Because we're geared towards educating the community. We want them to know about the opportunities that are out there. We want them to know about small businesses, which you alluded to towards the end of this podcast. We want everyone to start supporting each other, uplifting each other, making people aware of your friends and family services. I mean, you can have somebody that has $1 million dream and $1 million idea and has $1 million potential, but if you don't support them, if you don't promote them by word of mouth, which is free, no cost,
Exactly.
then no one would ever know the talent that they possess.
Absolutely.
So I'm really big on promoting people that you know are of good quality.
Yeah.
They don't have to be popular. Make them popular by
Exactly.
sharing what talents that they have or products and services that they have to offer the community. And when you pour back into the community, guess what? You're pouring back into yourself.
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Running for campaign 2020. But before
Just started.
Yeah, right. I'm just practicing. But before I forget, I want to shout out the Royalty of the Week. And for people who don't know what that is, Royalty of the Week is a small business that we select each week to promote Sunday through Wednesday via social media, word of mouth, YouTube video. And what we want to do, that's our form of giving back to the community because you guys give us so much by tuning in to us every Sunday, even when the Cowboys is playing. Okay? They always say, well, Danielle, where can I find the video? And I appreciate that. So, after looking at the post today, after I posted this morning, they went crazy. They started posting like bling, 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 bling. And it's surprising because you never know just how many businesses we have right here in this city.
Yes.
There's a lot. But the one that took the cake is Dollhouse Makeup Studio and Beauty Bar. And it looks like it's owned by Doll Devereaux. And forgive me if I pronounced your last name incorrectly, but it seems French, so I think I got it right because it reminds me of Papa Dough. I always relate things back to food. Anyway, but you are very impressive with the way you've done these ladies' makeup. I saw their before and after pictures, and let me tell you, girl, they were night and day. No offense to the night part of the issues I'm talking about. But I'm saying that she really took her time to exacerbate their beautiful angles and features on their faces. And let me tell you, I'm always in support of small black businesses, okay? And so I just want to tell you thank you for all the great vibes and energy that you're giving these young ladies because they look fabulous. One picture that just really stole my heart was an image of an older woman who looked like she was in her 60s. And when she came into your beauty shop, she didn't have on any makeup. She had her hair pulled up. And when she left, she looked like a celebrity person.
Oh, wow.
And I think she kind of gave me the vibes of Vivica Fox. And I think you probably know who I'm talking about. So, Doll Devereaux, you are our week's Royalty of the Week. So, give yourself a round of applause. Shout out to the Dollhouse Makeup Studio and Beauty Bar right here in Houston, Texas. So I'll make sure to reach out to you after the show. Thank you so much for participating in our event.
Congratulations and keep doing what you are doing. Keep making those people know that they are beautiful. Yes.
Do my makeup. Now look, use me as a makeup dummy. I'm ready. But we'll definitely reach out to you after the show. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's segment with Larry Blackman. He's a phenomenal guy. He has a heart of gold and he has plans to take action. And I'm here for it.
Yes.
All right.
And we learned a lot, and so we definitely do pray that you guys can say that you took away a lot of information. I feel like he very adequately broke a lot of information down for us. So that, as I stated for the past few weekends, let's go to the polls and make educated decisions and vote. Let's vote. Don't just pick somebody, any, many, mighty, mo. Let's make some educated decisions so that we can have, because this is the election that really counts, guys.
Oh, yes.
This counts more than anything, because these are people on the ballot that affect our day-to-day living.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
So we need to go out and vote. As we said earlier, early voting starts tomorrow, but it will shut down November 1st. But election day is November 5th.
Yes.
So get out here and vote, guys. I believe even with the early voting, no, it's only extended hour on the election day, am I right? On election day is the only time it's late, polls are open late, or is it?
No, 7 to 7.
Okay, 7 to 7.
Yeah,
and then it's even on weekends during early voting, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
It's on Saturdays and so it's 7
every day,
days a week.
even on Sunday.
Oh, see, so like I said,
I don't on Sundays though. I don't think they open up 7.
Yeah.
I think it's like at 1.
But remember, guys, Google is your friend, so you can always look up the hours in Houston to vote.
And you can go anywhere.
Anywhere. So let's be mindful of that. And before we go, I also want to put it out there that we were thinking, Danielle and I, for next weekend, to close out the month of October, we don't want to go without recognizing and even putting a spotlight on the fact that this month is Domestic Violence and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So, in celebration of that, we want to open it up to you guys. We want to get some of you guys on our show on air. If you have been through a domestic violence situation, or you have been healed, or you're still going through any type of cancer, but of course we know this is mainly Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but any type of cancer, domestic violence situation, you've been through it, or you're going through it, or you have been affected by it in some way, we want you to inbox us at Sistas Talk so that you can come on air. And we want to create a panel in celebration of this, and we want to talk this thing out. We want to put more information out there for maybe people who are unaware of certain things that they should be paying attention to. So we want the information to be out there, and we invite you to come on the show. So inbox us so that possibly you can come on air next Sunday. We know for sure that we will have someone on air who is a part of an organization, a nonprofit organization for domestic violence. So for sure a representative from that organization will be on air next Sunday. But who else wants to be a part of this panel? Reach out to us.
You can email me at sistastascwt@gmail.com, or go on Facebook, facebook.com/sistascwt, and make sure you inbox me, let me know, give me a title of domestic violence or breast cancer or cancer awareness, and I'll know exactly what you're contacting me for, and we'll get it going. So as always, we want to thank you guys. First of all, we want to thank our listeners that are on Facebook Live. We thank you so much for tuning in. You can be doing anything with your day, but you chose to be with us.
And we love it, and we thank you.
Yes. Also, to our listeners that are on the Grade A Radio app, we want to thank you for, first of all, downloading the app, because we know you got so many other apps on your cell phone. So we want to thank you for being committed to the Grade A Radio station. They're awesome. Thank you, Grade A, for supporting the Sistas Talk Podcast platform. We want to just let you know that, hey, we're here to support our community. So if there's anything that we can ever do for you, feel free to inbox me on Facebook or send us an email. And again, one more shout out to Larry Blackmon.
All right, thank you. Larry Blackmon for Houston City Council at large, position number 1.
And we'll see you guys next Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m. We're going to have special guests.
Her name is Erica Castro. She's also doing an up-and-coming star in the real estate game. She has a lot going on, but she is mainly going to be here as a representative of a nonprofit organization that she is a part of to help with the fight against domestic violence.
Awesome. We end you with saying, vote, vote, vote.
See you at the polls.
All right, now. Thank you for tuning into the Sistas Talk Podcast.
Thank you guys.
Thank
so
you
much.
once again. And I really hope you enjoyed the show and felt as though it was truly beneficiary.